Chapter 1. I've always known I was adopted. It's not one of those closely guarded family secrets that makes its way onto a TLC reality show. My mother is actually my father's Siamese twins' second cousin's daughter's lover, twice removed. Besides, it's pretty damn obvious. You would have to be seriously visually impaired not to notice. My family, Mom, Dad, and twin sisters Janet and Jenna, my mother has a thing for the letter J, all look alike. They're short, fair-skinned with strawberry blonde hair, blue eyes, and cute little button noses. They're also all terribly attractive, looking like one of those happy families that appear in TV ads for fiber-rich breakfast cereal or get up and go multivitamins. Me? I'm none of these things. I'm tall. Freakishly so. I'm also dark, with a complexion that goes the color of a cappuccino with too much sun. I avoid it at all costs. My features aren't delicate, either. Nose more pronounced than most, lips fuller than usual, and I seem to have large, furry caterpillars masquerading as eyebrows. Thank God those are back in fashion now, so I no longer have to endure hours of root-ripping torture. You could quite literally call me the black sheep of the family. And for all this, I suspect I am my mother's greatest disappointment. Maybe that's why she overcompensates with me so much. Not that she would ever admit that out loud. I was adopted after she and my father spent years trying to get pregnant. But 6 months after I arrived, she was miraculously pregnant with perfect twins. I often wonder if she regrets adopting me. Standing out wasn't easy. It made growing up even harder than it should have been. During middle school, I went through a particularly awkward stage where my limbs seemed too long for my body, and my facial features too large for my face. Maybe she'll grow into them? I once overheard a classmate's mother say. She's a big-boned girl, someone else once said. You know, sturdy. I bet she'll never break a bone. It was true. I've never broken a bone, but I would have gladly traded a little snapped femur or two for the joy of not being likened to the foundations of a house. Kids teased me for not looking like my family, for being too tall, having a big nose, and anything else the snot-nosed schoolyard bullies could think of. And then there was that one boy who told me my parents didn't really love me because I wasn't their real child. And I took it all in. I internalized every single cruel word, each one feeding off the other, until I was carrying around a dark, twisty, cancerous growth inside. Luckily, when I hit 18, stuff started falling into place. That is to say that things weren't so disproportionately big, long, and full. I still don't look like my sisters, though. I envy them so much, sometimes, that I struggle to like them. Does that make me a bad person? I've always felt like the perpetual ugly duckling, waiting for her swan moment that never seemed to come. The wallflower that never bloomed, and believe me, I've tried to bloom. I fight with a hair straightener most mornings, and I've probably watched every YouTube makeup tutorial on the contouring craze. But each time I tried to make my nose look slimmer and cheekbones higher, I just ended up looking like a zebra, and no amount of blending changed that. And as of today, I officially own precisely 33 lipsticks. I got it into my head once that somehow the perfect shade could save me from myself and transform me like Cinderella's glass slipper. I try them all on once, but none of them seem to do the job. So I put them all into a giant makeup bag and close it, and each time I do, I close off a little bit of hope inside myself, too. There was nothing I could do to change. I was just different. I have since accounted for that difference, though. At the age of 18, I was legally allowed to reach out to my biological mother through the adoption agency. I wanted answers, and was desperate to meet her and know who I was and where I came from.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.